Hello YouTube, welcome back to SC Lab Guides. My name is Sir Foch and today we are taking the Ferrari 296 around Suzuka. What an absolutely iconic circuit it is. Super low grip level in ACC, so there's a lot of things you need to do and adjust to really maximize your performance here. Mainly traction control, higher than usual is definitely recommended here. And also some changes in the setup, which I will show you later to accommodate the very low grip level. So the 296 on Suzuka compared to 488 can do this with no problem, so that is very refreshing. The 488 had a very bad tendency to bounce around on the landing and make it really difficult to commit to Degner 1. So that's definitely a big improvement here. Unfortunately though, it seems like the straight line performance is about the same as the 488, which probably will end, the 296 will probably end up being a midfield car here. Really don't see it doing super well. But Suzuka is a really challenging circuit, and if you learn how to drive this, you can finish really well no matter what car you're driving. As like I said, super challenging circuit, takes a long time to really learn it properly, and the lack of grip adds to that challenge. So even if your car isn't the best, it is definitely possible to finish very well here. Also, you can cut the chicane a lot more than you'd think, so that is definitely something you need to explore. There is track limits there, but they are more forgiving than one might imagine. Anyways, let's go for the braking markers. Side road on the left is our braking point. We're downshifting to third. This car is very aggressive engine braking, so we can downshift it more than you'd think. Lifting for turn 2, dab on the brakes. Clipping all the curbs on the inside, little dab if you run wide, a little bit more braking here. We want to sacrifice the exit here for the left-hander uphill lift here. We'd like to touch that inside curb to get some extra rotation, but I missed it this time. We can absolutely send it over Degner 1 in 4th gear, braking just before the rubber line, and same for Degner 2, just before the rubber line is our braking point. For the hairpin, we're braking just after the curb ends on the right. Try not to go wide on the exit, go on power as soon, obviously, as possible. Staying on the inside here, there's no reason to stick to the rubber blind. Shorter distance travel will definitely benefit you, and the cars don't really drop any speed. Braking point at the side road, downshift to second. And a little dab on the brakes for the exit. Can run all that curve on the right. 130R is just a lift corner, turning in just before the 50-meter board. Downshifting back to 5th. And run the curve on the exit. And here we're braking between the 150 and 100 board. Really difficult to reference that one. Takes some experience to get your own quite right. I'm using the grass on the right, but it's still very much a vague braking point, so getting your own braking point there for the chicane is very important, and also getting one for the inside line, as that might be one of the places where you can try to overtake. Alright, so here is our setup. A tiny bit of negative toe on the rear, quite a bit of negative toe on the front. I've explained the reasons for it before, but basically front tires don't really wear that much in this update, so you can use quite a bit of negative toe. Generally using traction control 8 with switching to 5 on the exits of some of the slower corners. Engine map 6, ABS 3, can play around with it, see what works for you better. And here you can see the adjustments I've made to improve the mechanical grip. Basically softest everything on the springs, but if you look at the actual numbers, these numbers are actually not that low. So the car just comes very stiff out of the box. So for tracks like this is not even that surprising that we're running literally everything on the minimum, but generally I found the best results with that. Dampers still kind of work in progress, but these seem to work all right. And arrow-wise, we have actually not made any sacrifices on the ride height. I thought I did, but I think I did, and then it made no difference, and then I switched back. But basically this works just fine. No reason really to change it. The bumps don't really bother the car too much. So yeah, that is the setup. We're definitely going in a little bit of the meme territory with this one, but if it works, don't fix it, I guess. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, enjoy the hot lap, and I'll see you on the next one.